ticket.
I have to reach Firestar.
So, we meet again, Iceman.
How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Riles back with another video. Now, I promise this is the last time I'm going to buy a Sunfire body figure. 2025, that's it for me. No more Sunfire. If I see another figure popping up on Sunfire, it's not getting pre-ordered, it's not getting reviewed, it's not getting bought. But today, and I'm actually not too upset with Sunfire on this one. There's like a couple of things, like mostly extra stuff that's brand new. And also, he has a thing that blocks one of the problems that I have. We have the Secret Wars Iceman on the Sunfire body. The belt blocks that horrible, ugly waist swivel, so you can't really see it as badly on there. And then, of course, we get lots of new accessories. All the head sculpts, the ice effects other than the slide, the snowball, all that stuff is new. So yeah, with all that being said, let's take a closer look at the card, and then we'll just get into it.
Can't let his heat melt me down.
I'm going to start this by saying y'all need to hold me accountable. Do not let me buy another Sunfire body figure again. This is the last one. Marvel Legends series Secret Wars Iceman. And it's funny because he wasn't in the comic book, but he was in the original toy line, I believe. And that's why they put him in this packaging. Of course, we get the figure and the shield and all that stuff, retro style packaging. Then we have the back of the box. He doesn't have any wave mates because he's a single release. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars Marvel Iceman with the artwork and the directions for the shield, and of course a blurb. Iceman. While the Secret Wars rage on Battleworld, Iceman ice slides through a time-traveling misadventure, meeting his own parents before he was born. So yeah, they even mention the fact that he's not actually in Secret Wars. So that's interesting. But with all that being said, let's get everyone's favorite gay mutant open. Yes, Bobby's gay. Fight about it, don't fight about it. It is what it is, and we can appreciate that. Thanks, Iceman. So as you can see, I didn't mess up the card too badly, but it's still going to go in the trash. I mean, I do have my other Secret Wars boxes. I need to get rid of those too, but figure's already out. I would suggest melting your Iceman with the hair dryer or some hot water before you start articulating him, just because that clear plastic tends to be extra brittle, especially when it's cold. So yeah, Iceman is out. He's free. Alright, so here's our new Secret Wars Marvel Legends Iceman out of the box. He is a little bit too clear in my opinion. I wish they would have maybe put some like deco on his like extremities so that they could maybe not show the pin joints and all that stuff, because like that's not normal. He's just supposed to be pure ice. If they had done like a nice like glazed, not glazed, but like kind of like a flecked, I don't know. There's some things they could have done, or made it more scuffed and not so see-through. And of course, it's on the Sunfire body, so I'm not going to say much about that. Y'all know how I feel. The extra head sculpt that he comes with is very nice, however, and the effect piece that's on his feet, we've seen those before. We do get some new ones, but I wanted to save that for the accessories because the rest of the stuff in the packaging is new. But there's like no paint here, so there's really not too much to talk about. It's Sunfire. We got that new Angry Mouth head sculpt. He's got his belt, which is also clear, and I am going to remove that belt by heating up his legs and taking them off once I finish this review, so I can put him on my Marvel vs. Capcom shelf and finally have Iceman on there, because that's what I got him for that shelf. But yeah, I don't like how you can see the joints. It looks a little weird. But as far as Sunfire goes, this is probably the least egregious look for Sunfire, because he's got the belt, so you can't really see that waist cut. I'm not making excuses for it. I hate Sunfire. So like I said, hold me accountable. Do not let me buy another Sunfire body. This is the last year we should see those from Hasbro, honestly. But he is nice. He does catch the light nicely, and he reflects those colors. And yeah, I don't hate it as much as I hate the Silver Surfer or most other figures on the Sunfire body, because I think it's the right body frame for Iceman. It's just limited in articulation and old. So, you know, definitely could do better. And Hasbro probably won't for a while. So that's what you get. You get the upgrade and you either wait for the next one or you get this one and just be like, yeah, that'll hold me over. And that's generally how we do it. But yeah, that's a quick look at Iceman here. There is some nice paint on his base. Like I said, they could have done that with the body and it would have made it that much better, but they were just like, nah, pure see-through. Checking out Bobby's height here. He's gonna stand at like 6.5 inches. I just know it. Just about or under 6.5 inches because he's on the Sunfire body. Now we can do the articulation, which will be very brief because he's on the Sunfire body. So head goes forward, backward pretty far, shoulders come up 90 degrees, we get a bicep cut, butterfly joints, they're actually decent, probably the best part of the Sunfire body. Double pinless arms, which oddly enough kind of don't come in all the way, but ab crunch, forward, backward, ugly waist swivel that you can't really see because the belt covers it. Legs come forward, to the side, we get a thigh cut, butt kicking action, boot cut, ankle rockers, and you can actually see the pinless joints in there, and of course pegs at the wrist. So much like the Silver Surfer, he is limited by the body that he has put in. Well, much like most people and things, they are limited by the body that they're put on. So he can articulate, but it's like he could articulate better if he wasn't on Sunfire. But regardless, he can get down like that, which is nice. Nice pose for us to go over the accessories with. First of all, I've seen this ice slide before, but it does have a nice paint deco on it. It's got some white on top of that clear plastic, so it gives it more of an icy kind of frozen feel, and I like that. I like that a lot. Then we got two brand new ice effects, which are the same, but, right? Yeah, they're exact same sculpt, right? No, they're not. Unless, no, they're different. They're slightly different. These are supposed to be him shooting the ice slide down. So you put him in his hands forward and like kind of pointed down, and he shoots the ice at the ground. And these are nice. I do like these ones. Again, we get the paint on top of the clear plastic, which works well. It works fine. I have to actually get these other accessories out. Well, you can do it this way, right? First of all, come on. First of all, still in the tray, head sculpt, smiling Bobby. He's happy. He's got happy-go-lucky. The only paint is on the eyes and on the mouth. It's hard to see it because of the clear plastic. We get a snowball, and then we get two hands for him to, well, A, either hold the snowball, or B, shoot those ice beams. And then, of course, we get the lenticular Iceman shield where it changes from Iceman to Bobby. And yeah, I don't want to bother you taking these out right now because they're clear and they're small, and I don't want to lose anything. So photography is where you'll see all that stuff. But the only other new thing is the snowball, and I think this Iceman head sculpt is new. I could be wrong. I'll know when I do comparisons. But yeah, that's the accessories for our Secret Wars Iceman.
Fight against his cold power.
First of all, for scale and comparison, here he is with the old retro card Iceman, and yes, the head sculpt is new. Both head sculpts on the Secret Wars Bobby are new. The one that this one has is the same head sculpt that the Amazing Friends 3-pack Spider-Man had. So that was on the Pizza Spidey body, and this one, they're both on Sunfire. And going around and messing with the old one to get it posed up definitely makes me kind of want to buy a second one of these Bobbies, even though I've complained about Sunfire, just because it feels a lot better. This old plastic is tight and kind of warped. It's got the pins. I do like the coloring better. I think that they should have like done the clear, obviously, but then put this kind of silvery paint that they have, or plastic that they use, kind of mixed that into Iceman and had it like not as saturated, and we would have had a better looking Iceman. But next to each other, you can obviously see that this one looks better. But But yeah, that's that comparison. And speaking of amazing friends, here he is with his two amazing friends, Spider-Man and Firestar. These are the two that came with the Amazing Friends 3-pack. I already got rid of that Iceman because he sucked. He was the only one with cell shading, fortunately. And he was on the Pizza Spidey body, which made him gangly and weird looking. And obviously this Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man has a different head on it, but this is the Amazing Friends Spider-Man with Firestar with the updated pinless double arms and legs. So they look great together. We'll definitely get some photography of them. I will have to swap Spidey's head though. Here he is with She-Hulk and Storm, Mega Man and Sagat for some Capcom stuff, with CoverGirl from G.I. Joe and the Green Ranger from Lightning Collection. And then lastly with Rhea Ripley and Romanki Gun Girl, aka Not Rebecca. So with all that being said, y'all, is this the worst figure on the Sunfire body? No, it's leaps and bounds better than Silver Surfer based on the new stuff that we got, but it's still Sunfire, and do Bobby right, do Silver Surfer right, do all these characters right. Stop giving them this old, outdated body and let them really shine with articulation, because these accessories are great. The new power effects are awesome. The paint effect on the older slide effect is great. Really looks like, you know, he's sliding across the ice. And, you know, just give us better representation by making a couple of new bodies and using those going forward and making the collectors happy, because you're raising the price. You got to invest that money somewhere, right? So retire Sunfire, get a new body out there with better torso articulation, and do better by us, because otherwise, how are we going to keep paying $30 for a figure with barely any improvements? I'm glad you had new stuff, but that kind of makes it easier, other than the Silver Surfer that was just pinless paint, that's it, less accessories, one extra set of hands that we needed, and that's it. But yeah, regardless, if you like this video, go ahead and smash like, hit subscribe if you're new here, become a channel member for 99 cents. I do members only streams. I just did one recently. I promise I do. Sometimes they'll be live for members and then everyone will get to watch it afterwards. Sometimes they'll stay members only, but reviews of newer figures like this one will always be members first. So make sure, if you want to be ahead of the game, 99 cents is all you gotta pay. Comment, let me know if you agree about the Sunfire body, if you like this figure, if you dislike this figure, what you're going to do with them, how your day is going. Just say hey. Do all that stuff. Keep your head up, stay brave, be kind to your local LGBTQ community. If you're protesting, be extra super duper duper safe. I love y'all. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Ice, ice, baby.
Hey, it's okay, Firestar. Remember the time Cerebro put me in a live volcano?
What happened?
I sort of panicked.
Return to
Found a mythical Walmart end cap.
Ah, Morty, you're still watching this crap, isn't this? To review figures and toys and stuff, aren't you a little old for toys? Ah, jeez, Rick, you know, I don't think you should call her a bitch, and I kind of like her videos, so maybe you should shut the up. Thank you, Morty. Thank you.